bring my laser!
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Derek420 for real here. I bring you another Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be Heart Gold Soul Silver, and it's going to be an NU battle against a sub of mine who asked me for a battle, and I told him to add me to Skype and we'll make that happen. And he asked for an NU tier because, you know, Challenger does get to pick what tier we battle. So he asked for NU tier, but I do clearly bring a Venusaur, which is UU, my bad, my boxes are all messed up. So it's against Phan. I don't know if he has a YouTube, but if you do have a YouTube, man, shoot me a comment. I will gladly put you in the description. So he leads off with a Railu, I lead off with a Torkoal, and I'm going to go ahead and set up rocks as he agilities. So he's setting up early game, which is not a great idea, and he goes for the Swords Dance the next turn, and I'm going to go ahead and go out for the Lava Plume. Beans is super effective, and I have massive defense stats, so I'm not really sweating him setting up on me. He goes for the reversal, and it does like 100 and something, 144 to be exact, and I go ahead and get off another Lava Plume to KO his lead. So now I'm up to an early 6-5 lead, and it's looking good. So in comes a Crawdaunt, I do believe is what's coming out, and I'm scared of the water type attack because of me being fire. So I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into my Venusaur, which is UU. I do know, you can leave comments, flame me, whatever, I understand it's UU. But I take the waterfall nicely, and by the way, the song is Cookie Monster Ginger Pubes, and the one after that is going to be Cookie Monster Optimus Prime. Two amazing dubstep songs. You know, it's amazing. So now after I take the waterfall, I'm predicting him to switch into something, so I'm going to go ahead and go out for the Sleep Powder. And this is when he told me it was UU, because I totally didn't even pay no attention, because I've been playing mixed tier battles, and I'm so confused on that. So I go for the Sleep Powder and I get his Masquerain to sleep. And as it goes to sleep, I'm going to go ahead and predict the switch, and I'm going to go ahead and set up on Growth. But clearly he doesn't switch out. So I do go for the Growth, and he's going to try to burn some turns of sleep here, thinking that I can't really do anything to him, but I'm a special attacker. Beans, he got off the Intimidate, it really didn't matter. So after I set up a Growth, I'm going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb and see how much damage that's going to do to him. Because that's the only thing I got that really hits him for neutral damage. And it almost KOs him and brings him down to the red, and it's looking good. He's still fast asleep, so he's got his pillow and he's taking a good little nap there. And I'm going to go ahead and go for another Sludge Bomb to KO. And that is surely going to take out his Masquerain, I do believe the name of it is. And down goes the Masquerain. I do believe he brings in his Alakazam next, and I'm fearing that Alakazam, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Torkoal to see what the hell this thing's going to do. And on the predicted switch, he's going to go for the Substitute, which was a nice play on his part. And, you know, I didn't expect him to sub up, but that's good anyway. So I don't think he really has anything to touch me too well. You know, Focus Blast would do great damage, but I don't think he's packing it. He goes for the Charge Beam. And first try, he does get the special attack rage, which is pretty good on his part. And I go for the Lava Plume just to break this up. And this part of the song I love so much. So he gets some lefties, and I get some lefties, and I'm just gonna stay in as death fodder because now that he got his special attack raise, I don't want to switch into anything and take any of his moves because they will be boosted pretty high. And I'm going to go down to a Psychic, a Stab Psychic, and with this special attack raise, it's going to do some damage. So now I'm going to bring in something that's going to scare him off, or my Rampardos, which happens to be Scarf. And he does withdraw, and he goes into Vice, and I'm going to go out for the Earthquake because I don't want to risk Stone Edge missing. So I do go for the Earthquake, and the Earthquake is going to do a substantial amount of damage thanks to my massive attack stat that I have. And I do realize this will be a 2-hit KO, and I'm Scarfed, I'm faster, so why not stay in and go for it again to KO this Crawdaunt. And down goes his Crawdaunt, and so now he's going to bring in his Harbinger, or his Gigabyte, if I do recall right. And I'm going to go into my Tauros because I think this is I'm pretty sure this is a physical attacker. So I'm going to go in and get the Intimidate off and see what he wants to do. And he goes for the Iron Head. And I resist that. I mean, it's neutral on me, but after the Intimidate, it doesn't do crap. So I'm going to go ahead and go out for the Double Edge. And he brings in a Mawile, and it gets the Intimidate off on me. So that kind of screws my Choice Band Tauros. And it does a substantial amount of damage, but I think I take more recoil than it. So I'm not playing around with that, and I'm going to go ahead and switch the hell out because I don't feel like having to deal with that. So now I'm going to go into my Gardevoir and Trace's Intimidate as he goes for an Iron Head, I do, and Super Fang. And I'm not sure what's up with that Super Fang, but it did almost half, and that's pretty good there. So now in comes my Gardevoir, and I'd go for the Specs Focus Blast. And the song changed. Optimus Prime is the name of this one, if you were wondering, and it's an amazing dubstep song, by the way. So Focus Blast does KO in one shot, especially because of Specs and because of his weakness to it. So in comes the Alakazam once more, and I'm scared of it again. So I'm going to go out to my Tauros and see what he wants to do. And I do believe he goes for the Signal Beam because of my weakness to Bug, but my Tauros does a great job of handling that well. So now I think he's going to switch out, but I don't know what's coming in. So I'm just going to go out for the Payback, just thinking maybe he'd stay in and maybe I'd be able to live the next Signal Beam or whatever. But Payback almost one-hit KOs that Gabite without being hit first, so that's pretty good. And he locks himself into Outrage. Now this is where I realized he's Scarf. So I come in with my Rampardos, and I realize that he's freaking Scarfed, and that he outrages before I can get a chance to get off the Earthquake. But thanks to my massive HP, I can live with minuscule health. I do live with 53, and I do get off the Earthquake to KO, and his last Pokemon will be the Alakazam, and that is going to go down to an Earthquake. So that was a good game, Aaron. And if y'all like my videos, give them a thumbs up, comment, rate, sub. You know, if my opponent does put up his YouTube, y'all go comment and check him out. Y'all have a good day, YouTube.